Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today, let's see if you need a $140 mouse like this, or if you should just stick to a regular, cheaper mouse. Like, why do you need this? Well, first let me tell you what this is. It's obviously the Logitech MX Master 3S, but this is a productivity mouse. It's a mouse for people that use their computer a lot and need a mouse that helps them work faster. That's why the shape is like this. It's supposed to be an ergonomic design so your wrist and hand doesn't start to hurt after a while of being on the computer. And it's also got two other features that I find really useful. Number one is the quiet buttons. I never knew how nice quiet clicks were until I got this mouse. Now it may seem like a really small thing, but when you use the mouse as much as I do, sometimes the clicks can get a little annoying and distracting. Number two is the buttons. There's 7 buttons on here if you include the scroll wheel, and you can program each of them. More on that later though. But these help speed up my workflow a bunch. For context, I do video editing, so I've mapped it to shortcuts that I might have needed to use the keyboard for. Like if there's a shortcut that needs me to press Ctrl and K to maybe splice a cut in the edit, I could just do it by moving my thumb instead of using 2 fingers. I know it sounds silly. It doesn't even take that long to do this with my fingers for the keyboard, but I'm telling you, when you do it repeatedly, multiple times in edits, it speeds it up a bunch. And not only that, it just keeps you in that creative zone better because you're less focused on doing cuts every single time, and you're doing them like without even thinking, essentially. Another example, it's also got that scroll wheel which I've used to map the zoom in and out in my editing app, and this bottom area can be pressed down and used in combination with gestures. Now the way that you can actually customize these buttons is through the Logi Options Plus app. Okay, so this is the Logi Options Plus app, and to the left you can see all the other settings apart from buttons. Let me quickly show you the point and scroll, which is where you can change the pointer speed and the speed of the thumb wheel as well as the scroll wheel. And then on the bottom we've got the easy switch, where you can see all the stuff that you have paired to the mouse. Below that we've got Flow, which is a application that Logitech offers to let you seamlessly switch between different computers. And then moving back onto the buttons, this is where you can customize all of them. This is the global settings page, so all of these settings will apply to basically most of the applications unless you've got something specific set. So like Photoshop here, I've got the brush size to be determined by the thumb wheel when I move it. Or like in Premiere, like I showed, this is where I can zoom into the timeline. But yeah, overall, a lot of stuff that you can do, and it is very functional. So the quiet clicks and all the customizable buttons are 2 features that I personally find really useful. But this isn't all that the mouse has going for it. The sensitivity can also go really high if you need it at up to 8,000 dpi. It's also got USB-C, so chances are you won't need to carry around another cable to charge it, since a lot of people have that cable. But also it gets good battery life at around 60 to 70 days. The mouse could be connected with Bluetooth or the USB bolt receiver that Logitech gives you. Now the MX Master 3S also has a nice made magnetic scroll wheel, which can scroll in clicks, or if you click this, it can do free spinning, which is super useful if you're doing long documents. You can just flick it and it will scroll. You can also very easily connect and switch between up to 3 devices. So like it's currently on my laptop, but when I press this button, almost instantly it can switch to my tablet. So essentially all very nice ease of use and lifestyle features that an expensive mouse should definitely have. But the other one key thing that I've noticed is the build quality. This mouse is built nice. As soon as I got it and used the scroll wheels, I could tell it's just quality. It's got this soft touch feel to it, which I really like, and it's got both metal and plastic in the build, but it does not feel cheap in any way. I think it's a really well built mouse. But to wrap this up, honestly, it really is a nice mouse, which has not only sped up my workflow with the extra buttons and wheels, but it also made working more comfortable for me because it's just got that ergonomics, it's got the quiet clicks. It's just, when you're editing as long as I do, it is nice. Essentially, it's a premium mouse with a premium price tag. Basically, if you work on the computer for long hours and specifically use the mouse a bunch, I would recommend investing in it. Otherwise, if you don't use the computer much, or maybe use the mouse more casually, maybe look at getting a cheaper alternative, because you can find some really good alternatives out there, or something that makes your work easier and faster. But yeah, I mean, it's $140 Canadian, and for me personally, that investment makes sense. But like I said, if that's not your main tool or a really big part of what you do, then look at a cheaper mouse. But that's just my opinion. If you do get it, I think you'll love it. It's one of the best mice that I've ever used. And that's been this quick little video. If you liked it, then hit the like button. If you loved it, then subscribe. And I'll see you later. Peace.